best-selling author, award-winning speaker, frequent expert guest on network TV and at the Harvard Club of Boston with Caitlyn Jenner and George Ross. He's on the executive leadership team at Century 21, Mr. Kurt Francis.
Thank you. Every day somebody asks me, where are you from? And I say, Austin, Texas. Yeah, right. That doesn't sound like a Texan accent. I'm from South Africa, and I call myself an African American without a tan. So often people ask me, so how often do you go home? I say, well, I go home every night. Where the hell do you go? So I first became a manager of a real estate office in my 30s. And I was excited about that position. So the company decided to have a special meeting to introduce their new manager. So the CEO walks up to the front and he says, hi, everybody. Today we're going to be introducing your new manager. He's got a lot of energy and a lot of great ideas, Kurt Francis. So I come eagerly, waiting for a long time, up to the front, walking up, and I look around and I see faces sneering at me. Angry, arms crossed. A great welcome. Hi, everybody. I'm really excited for this opportunity to come and help you in your business. And as I'm talking, an old man bangs his fist on the table and stands up in the middle of me and says, who the hell do you think you are, boy, to come in here and take the place of Ron, who everybody loved and respected? Who the hell do you think you are, you young whippersnapper? The energy had been sucked out of the room, mine included. I didn't even know what to say. But I said, if you give me an opportunity, I'm going to give it my everything to help you increase your business. The last two people to walk out that room that day, was the CEO and myself. Kurt, you've got a long road ahead of you, but I know you're going to do it and I believe in you. The next 5 years were the hardest and most rewarding years in my career. Showing up to work every single day, first one through the door, great habit for success. The last to leave, holding the best sales meetings ever, the best training, the best staff meetings, being the best example that I could possibly be. That day, that old man walked out that office, and a third of the room left with him. I had to fight the hardest battle of my life at that time. A year in the process, early one morning, knock on my door, and I look up, and it said, old guy. I said, good morning, how are you? He said, I've got a problem, and I need some help. I said, Larry, that's his real name. Yep. Be careful what you say to me, it might go in a book. Larry, how can I help you? He said, Kurt, I suppose you close this transaction, and I'm representing the buyer, and I can't, because the sellers refuse to give the disclosures by the sellers. And I'm battling, and we can't close. I said, Larry, so tell me about the conversations you've had. Well, I spoke to the transaction coordinator. I said, Larry, you've got to speak to the agent. Well, she won't call me back. I said, well, you got to call her back again. Oh, no, I'm not calling her again. So I picked up the file, got the number out, put the phone on speakerphone. Hey, this is Kurt Francis, manager of Century 21 Award. I've got Larry sitting with me. Larry, you had a question for the listing agent. I had to help him in the process of dealing with that. You see, that habit of making that first call every day that we didn't want to make, I had to make. That has stood me fine for many, many years and have opened many doors, creating a habit of doing that. Not when, well, I don't feel like making that call. I'm not going to make it. Shut up, you ugly thing. Get on the phone and make that call. Because that's the call that's going to change your life, change your business, change your family, change your corporation. And by the way, we were the only company that grew in the greatest recession since 1929. And San Diego Business Journal was asking, what were they doing? How could every other real estate go down and yet you increased your volume? What was it? We don't decide our futures, we decide our habits. And our habits decide our futures.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.